those of you just joining us, we want to bring you up to date where things stand regarding the coronavirus. A Baker County judge suspended Oregon's stay-at-home order in a lawsuit filed by churches, among others. The governor's office is appealing the decision to the Oregon Supreme Court. Today's decision effectively ends the stay-at-home order. 10 churches filed a lawsuit. The churches say they don't want to live in fear of violating the law. But Governor Kate Brown issued this statement after the ruling. She says from the beginning she is taking action to protect the health and safety of all Oregonians. Her office appealed to the Supreme Court to keep the emergency order in effect while the legal process moves forward. In addition to 3 churches, there are 8 individuals from Southern Oregon who are part of the lawsuit. Newswatch 12 has been reaching out to them today. Jedidiah McCampbell is one of those plaintiffs. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for having me on.
So, first of all, I guess we'll start with your reaction to today's ruling.
Well, I am pleased because of the rule of law. We are a nation ruled by written law, not by the actions of governing individuals. Governing individuals must abide by law that's in place, and the governor's responsibility is to enforce and uphold written law, not to create law. And so the Oregon Constitution, Article 10A, limits her emergency powers to 30 days, as well as statutory law 433-401 limits it to 28 days, 14 days plus the 14-day extension. So that's why I am pleased with the ruling, because it is upholding the rule of law. Now, I know a lot of people who have been sick from this virus, or likely sick because of it, who tested positive, some have tested positive, but and that concerns me. And so I know that there is legitimate concern for the virus. I don't deny that, and I want everyone to stay safe. But at the same time, we have to operate within the law. The governor actually had an opportunity to convene the legislature and extend her orders further if she needed to. Surely she would have gotten that if she had done so. She did not follow the proper procedure. And so that's what the case is about. And I'd also like to add that businesses are also intervened into this case. So there are a number of businesses involved as well.
So in addition to the ruling, what would your recommendation be to those who have a business, may want to worship? Should they follow the social distancing guidelines that were laid out in that? Or is your objection strictly with how this was implemented and not necessarily what it entailed?
It's how this was implemented. It is also that we have freedoms in this country, and we are actually responsible individuals, responsible citizens, and so we need to take control of our lives and be responsible. So that means we should abide by recommendations from those who are providing the advice and information and resources to protect ourselves. So if you feel that you need to be 6 feet apart, if you feel that you need to wear a mask, then by all means you should do that. And businesses who want to provide more safety for their patrons should. And the patrons who come onto their property should abide by the restrictions that the business puts in place. It is their freedom as a business to have those restrictions, just as it is my freedom to not go into that business if I feel like I don't want to abide by that restriction for whatever reason. So that's definitely everyone's individual call. They can choose what precautions they take, and the governor can operate within the law, the legal grounds that she has to recommend actions for people.
Jedidiah McCampbell, we appreciate making time for us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we're still waiting to hear a decision from the Oregon Supreme Court on whether the order will hold until a ruling in the case. Coming up for you on Newswatch 12 at 5, hear from another plaintiff in the case as well.